Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week I've got a belt to fit on the Range Rover, the alternator belt. Purchased two, there you go, and yeah, this should be fun. The alternator's in a bit of a dodgy place, so it's going to be fun to record this, but I'll try my best and see how I get on. Right, I'm going to need quarter width of the spanner for the battery, and 13mm spanner for the alternator, a ratchet, 13mm socket, and a small extension, and that should do it. As with any of these sort of jobs, you start off by disconnecting the battery. I'm disconnecting the negative lead here so I don't short out on everything, and that'll make the whole thing safe. These wires are the main reason I've disconnected the battery, because they are live all the time. Now I've got my 13mm spanner. I'll get rid of this top nut. There's a nut on this side, and there's a bolt that goes all the way through the alternator here, and the nut is just to lock it off. I'll just slacken this off, and hopefully I'll be able to slide the alternator forward to slacken the belt. And see how it goes, because we'll probably have to take this off completely to allow the adjuster to slide 100%. Now the next thing, I've got two bolts underneath the alternator which are going to be impossible to film. I'll reach the front one down here with a socket and a ratchet. Should be able to get down there and get that off. First of all, I'm going to get this nut out, because I want to be able to move that 100%, and also slacken the adjuster at the end. I'll show you a better photograph of that at the later stage. The alternator is still not moving, so I'm going to have to slacken the bolts at the bottom now, just so I can get the alternator to move forward. I've slackened off both bolts underneath, and the alternator is now free, but it looks like I'm going to have to take that bolt out at the front. So I've moved you around here so you can see what I'm up to. I'm going to take the nut off the back of it. That's the first nut I took off, and then unscrew the bolt from the top of the alternator so I can move it right across. And I'll start that out of the way, and I'll lift up the bracket. I can move the alternator right in now and grab the belt. Should come off. Yeah, it's off, and there we have it. Got the belt. As you can see, this one is right on the edge of self-destruction, so I wasn't quite sure of the size, so I bought two, one which is 5mm bigger than this one, and one which is 10mm bigger than this one. So today I'm going to see if the 65cm one fits, and if it doesn't, I use the bigger one. Onwards and upwards. I've perched you there, and see if I can get this 65cm belt to fit. If not, I'll go and use the slightly larger one. That's nice. That's nice. It's a bit tight. It is only slightly tight, but There's a little bit on the tight side. I think if I persuade it, that's it. That's persuaded it over. And yeah, that comes to about halfway on the adjustment. So beautiful. That should do the job. Now put the top bolt back in. That's got it. Tighten the two bolts. This is the one with all the tension in itself. That's nice and tight. Just check that the belt is tight. It's a little bit. Feels okay. Right. Now if you can see down here, I don't know if you can, this here where my finger is, that's the nut I've got to get to, and there's one similar to that in the rear, which I've already got the socket on. Let's just tighten that up. Looks like I need a socket, a spanner on it. That's got it. That's that one tight at the back. Now I'll get the one at the front. Just down here. Lovely. Now that's nice and tight. Nice new belt. Go back over here to the battery. Put that back on. Just tap it with a hammer. My quarter Whitworth. Lovely. That looks like job done. This nut back on. Oh, I've got a little washer on there. This will stop this stops the nut from spinning back out. Keeps the tension and locks it all up. Just tighten that. Jobbed. I was going to replace the headlights this week as well, as if you can see in this headlight here, the bottom is all rotten, because these headlights are out of an old Pegaso bus, and both of them, this one over here as well, have rotted out at the bottom, and they do need to be replaced. I ordered two, and when they arrived they were too small, so I've ordered another pair and they should be here sometime next week, so that'll probably be a job for next week. And slowly getting through the little jobs on this here Range Rover. One of the other things I must do inside, I fitted a radio console on top, not destroying anything of the dash, just taking out the little parcel shelf that was there and using the original retaining screw to hold it in. The only trouble is, as you can see with the bits of paper wedged in the front, it's heated up in the sun, which has warped the front panel of the radio. So as you're going along the road, it says goodbye every few seconds, and it won't come on properly, and other times the volume just takes off and goes to full volume without warning. So I've got to find a way of straightening that out so that I can use it without the bits of paper wedged in it. So that's another little job which will be coming maybe very soon. And this should be the end of it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's not much of a video this week, and it's just showing you how to change a fan belt, well, an alternator belt on a Range Rover. But another interesting thing to have, if you have to do it and you've never done one before, might be useful for you. Hope it is. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I shall see you again next time. Bye now.